Taurus. If there's a message here that may resonate with you, if you're drawn to this video, you might find something here for you. Please only take what makes sense, what seems like it applies to your life, not everything will. Meaning, even if the uncomfortable stuff comes up, if you don't want to, even if you don't want to hear it, it's uncomfortable. If you know it applies, take what you can use, chuck the rest, right? So we're gonna see. It's gonna be a monthly for the month of April for Taurus. Spirit, what does Taurus need to know the most for the month? Let me get some oracles, and then I'm gonna break down 3 spreads for you guys. Chucking cards on the floor. They have dance and dignity. Hearing David, Daniel. Be significant to someone. Those names might be someone you know, someone you're dealing with, maybe your name. Pilgrimage at the bottom. So like I said, I'm gonna get some get the oracles out, and then do a general spread, financial spread, and a love spread for you guys for the month of April. See what's coming in, what spirit needs you to know the most for your highest and greatest good, what challenges you may be facing this month, and how spirit's helping you navigate it. So let's see what else we got for Taurus here for the month of April. Okay, one more. So just so you guys know, I am traveling at the moment, and my sister is at work, so I'm at her hotel and I didn't want her schedules to throw mine off, so here we are making things happen, right? So let me get spirit's advice out real fast. So first of all, Taurus, it feels like you guys are definitely going through some type of a lot of major changes potentially, and I say that just because not only of the rebirth and reflection cards that we have here, right, but because of the dance cards. It's like spirit's asking you to like have more fun with maybe whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, whatever may be challenging you this month. You know, it's like sometimes we don't know what to do with the newness that comes with our transformation. Sometimes it's still so fresh where it makes it difficult to navigate it, difficult to figure out maybe where to apply the new knowledge. How do I use this new energy? How do I use this new insight that I have, right? So spirit's asking you to dance with it, you know, dance with the energy in your mind, dance with it in your body. For those that are feeling like, you know, like stagnated energy, dancing is a really good way to alleviate some of that stress, that strain that you might be feeling. You know, make sure that whatever is going on this month, also make sure that you keep your integrity in check. Okay, make sure that whatever moves you make, things that you're doing, even through the difficult stuff, do your best to make sure that you're doing, you keep your dignity and your integrity in check. Okay, with whatever it is that you're working on, spirit. We have 2 more words for us, please. Tell you guys what dance says. Find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. And then dignity says, take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. Absolutely. And then kindness, live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms. Be an angel with hands. So yeah, this is, you know, I feel like y'all have come a long way. I really do. And I feel like some of you may be reflecting at this time, trying to, you know, figure out like, is this it? You know, am I doing the right thing? I feel like y'all have gone through a lot, you know, and you're kind of like, why is this happening again? You may be questioning, why do it feel like, you know, life may be falling apart again? You know, things like that. But Spirit's asking you to remind yourself this month that you're doing, I feel like, a lot better than you may give yourself credit for. You're doing better than you may think you are. So don't discount your, you know, your efforts and your progress up until this point, okay? I feel like that's going to be something important to remember for the month of April, as you do reflect on, you know, maybe where you got to go, where you're heading, what's next, what's up ahead. Spirit's asking you to remember that, you know, remember all of your accomplishments up until this point. You know what I'm saying? Even if you feel like things didn't pan out how you wanted it to, or you feel like, God, I put in all that work and nothing, and it didn't pan out how I wanted to. It's not all for naught, right? Anytime we're starting over at any point, especially after a rebirth process, you're not ever starting over from completely scratch. You're starting over from experience, right? And that means a fucking lot. That, like, I downplayed that for quite some time. It's simplistic in the statement, but when you really reflect on and really allow yourself to dig into that statement, it's like, damn, that's true, right? You won't make the same mistakes because you have those experiences underneath your belt to help you navigate and going forward, okay? So towards the end, I will get into the advice from Spirit, but let's get into this general for April for Taurus, April 2022. What is going on? Wow, what a way to start. What a way to start, you guys. So 6 of Wands to start the reading, Taurus. So I feel like you guys are definitely in the spotlight. You may be getting seen. You finally are getting seen, getting heard. Okay, this could be what this dignity card is talking about. Is, you know, I feel like other people are finally seeing you, but you also need to see yourself. Okay, like I said, this is part of this rebirth process where it's like, if you don't feel like this is happening, this is what's coming. Okay, because we're not even in April yet, really. But well, we are actually. My days are all just mixed up. But anyway, like I said, I guess what I meant was, if this hasn't happened for you yet, it will, because we're so fresh into April. You know, a lot of this stuff hasn't even taken place yet. Okay, so just know your hard work is being seen. Okay, whether it's physically, like in this in the 3D or in the cosmos, okay, your work is being recognized. So just know that, you know, be confident in what you're doing. With this power card here, the strength card, I feel like you guys are, you know, in this energy of really trying to be confident, you know, and through your confidence, you will shine. Okay, you will shine. Spirit, can I get overall outcome message? Taurus. Damn, Taurus, y'all are fucking killing it, y'all. So at the bottom, okay, what you don't see is a wish coming, okay? Something you've been asking for through all the healing you've been doing. This is something indicating, I feel like you guys are coming up on some type of event, some type of opportunity that's going to make you really, really happy, okay? And I feel like it's going to be an easy reminder of letting you know, where if you've been questioning, you know, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? This is a clear indication you are on the right path. This is what you don't see, right? Underneath the bottom of my deck is the hope card. This is the star, okay? So this is, you know, by you maintaining your faith in yourself, not only yourself, but in the universe, in your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever it is that you call upon, or whatever it is that you've been working on, okay? This is Spirit's reminder that you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing. So for those that have been, you know, questioning yourself, doubting yourself, because like I said, you're going through a rebirth process, or maybe some of you are coming out on the tail end of that. This is Spirit's reminder to you this month that all of your hard work is paying off, okay? If it isn't seen, it will be. So don't give up. You have to keep going, right? Tame the beast, right? So this is, you know, taming your light and dark, but standing in your strength, standing in your power, knowing who you are, and applying that, letting your confidence speak for itself, letting your experience and your knowledge speak for itself. You don't have to always, we don't always have to force, you know, our presence, right? Sometimes we just walk in a room and it's like, oh, who is that, right? Because then we have the Ace of Swords here. So this could be some type of clarity where you may have, like I said, been confused. This month is going to be made very clear that you're doing the right thing. That maybe where you've been questioning yourself, not sure about things, as we dance through, you know, life, dance through our challenges, learn how to, or do our best to, right? Things become more clear, right? Sometimes you need those, you know, to dance and dance with life, dance with the challenges as best you can, meaning navigate them, learn to flow with them as best you can. And that's where the fog starts to clear, and you cut away all the stagnant energy, the blockages, the things that made you feel like you weren't enough, or things that made you feel like I'm not doing the right thing, or things aren't going how I thought it would, or whatever that looks like for you. Things are going to be made very clear that you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing. Things are turning around for you. And the reason why is because we have wish fulfillment here. This is the 9 of Cups, and this is the outcome here. So this is like I said, an event, this could be, like I said, an opportunity that could be coming that's going to make you really happy, make you really feel like all my work is paid off. I finally am reaping the fruits of my labor, okay? And that's going to look differently for all of you where that applies. Some of you are finally coming into that energy of finally things are turning around. They're looking good. They're looking like they should, I feel, for some of you. But for others of you, this is something to look forward to. So don't get to, so for where you're feeling maybe discouraged, not sure, things like that. This is Spirit reminding you, giving you clear indication you are on the right path. You are doing the right things. So this is not the time to give up. Okay. Wow. Because underneath this, I didn't even notice this till my hand actually accidentally bumped it. But underneath the star, we have the base and the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, you're being seen and recognized. You're getting some type of wish fulfillment, be it through maybe a soulmate energy, maybe a new love partner, maybe a new love for life, okay? Reinvigorating your spark for life in general, maybe new love for yourself, because when you go through a rebirth, through my experience at least, going through rebirth and coming out on the other end of that and looking back and reflecting, you're like, damn, I did that shit. I killed that. It was difficult, but I'm on the other side of it. Damn. And you feel really proud of yourself. So this is Spirit reminding you this month that, where things may have been really, really difficult, this is the time to really pour into yourself. Be proud of yourself. And just know that whatever goodness is coming in the month of April for you, this wish fulfillment energy, this Nine of Cups energy, making you, really feel like on top of the world, just know you deserve that. You earned that, okay? Just know you earned it. So don't question yourself. Don't doubt yourself. If you are, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, okay? Because whatever you put out comes back. So just remember, obviously you've been doing good. So let's keep that goodness going. So 1212 on the screen. So that's going to be where I'm going to do the timestamp for the financials part of the spread. So let's see, Spirit for finances for Taurus. What do we got for April 2022? We really need to know. Y'all got options. Hella. So for those of you that have been feeling like I said, stuck, blocked, not sure what you're doing, where you're going, you have options. You have plenty of options, but make sure you're choosing wisely, okay? You will be successful, you will be victorious, but you have to, do things in an ethical way, right? Because we have unethical here. So make sure that whatever you're doing it from a place of integrity. And I said that earlier in the first spread, right? And that came out at the very beginning with the oracles here with the dignity. I said that earlier. So, and here it is coming up again in your finances. So for those where that applies, this is where that could be, surfacing, where Spirit's reminding you that you have plenty of options to make money, to maybe donate, to maybe help others, start new businesses, create new income for yourself, start a new hobby, a new stream of income, whatever that is for you. And for some of you, it could be as an entertainer in the entertainment business, okay? However that applies. But, just know that whatever you do decide to delve into, make sure you're doing it from an ethical place, right? Because at the end of the day, karma don't care who you are. It knows where you live, right? It'll find you every time. So just make sure whatever options you are considering or how you are helping other people, making sure that you're doing it from an ethical place, making sure that you're keeping your morals, your values at the forefront and intact, right? Because that shit matters. That's like not only your rep on the line, but all other people's as well, in your karma too. So let's get outcome cards for Taurus. Unreliable. Interesting. Okay. So at the bottom we have caution. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. So Taurus, Spirit's reminding you this month to be cautious in your finances. Make sure you're not overdoing it, right? I know that sometimes as we come through hard times in life or we get a little bit of income that we've been asking for, really wanting or needing, it kind of gets us so excited to where we just start just whipping it out everywhere you go. We don't want to do that, okay? We want to make sure that we're being mindful with our spending habits, right? Many opportunities are becoming available to you now or flooded by too many ideas. Do not get stuck In doubt, when an offer presents itself, seize the moment. Create multiple streams of income. Absolutely. So I feel like you guys are definitely doing that, and it will be successful. Okay. Unethical behavior could lead to some serious consequences. Someone is stealing or lying to you about money. Don't sacrifice your morals for money. Absolutely. And this is, again, standing in your power, standing in your truth. Okay. Making sure that whatever decisions you make, maybe how you help other people, what you get involved in, making sure you're doing that from an ethical place, making sure that you have all the details before you make any decision, right? Because, okay, we need clarity. We need to make sure that we have the clarity that we need. We have all the details before we sign up for anything, right? So entertainer, put yourself out there and bring out the best in you so you can get noticed. You could be drawn to careers in theater, dancing, music, or any type of entertainment. Is there a talent you could turn into money? Time to think outside the box. Absolutely. So yeah, this could be coming in the form of an idea for some of you. With this Ace of Swords here, you could be getting a new idea that could lead to a lot of money, okay? I feel like it just may not come in the form that you think it will, so I highly suggest being open-minded about it, and I only say that because of the unreliable card that comes after that, okay? I feel like it will be, you will have wish fulfillment, something that maybe you've been asking for is coming to you, but it may come in a different way, or it may be coming through a person that you can't really trust, that you really shouldn't put, really shouldn't put the responsibility in their hands, okay, if that makes sense. So if that comes up, keep this reading in mind, and just make sure that before you give certain people responsibilities, or hand over certain amounts of money or whatever that is, make sure you have the structure in place. Make sure that you guys are on the same page, right? You guys have had the conversation. You guys are both on, aware of what's going on and what needs to happen. So that way you're not getting screwed over by someone else because, people that are doing unethical things, okay, and dragging you into it. Make sure you're not involved, right? Because like the Spirit said, unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. We don't want that, right? So unreliable. There's some confusion regarding money. People are not following through on their promises and not pay on time. Expected money may not materialize. So for some of you where you've been maybe hoping for money to show up in a certain way, it may not, okay? Or it may be taking a little bit longer, okay? So make sure that if you're applying for, like, say, a loan, or applying for some type of aid or some type of grant, something like that, make sure that whatever you're placing on there, maybe in regards to your income, how much you make or whatever, make sure that you're not lying about this stuff, because this is, obviously a warning to a degree about doing things from an ethical place. We have two cards in two totally different decks. Dignity, unethical, though to me those are similar in context, okay? So make sure we're considering that before we make decisions that we're going to regret, right? All right, so let's get into the love portion. 1818 on the screen. That may be a synchronicity that some of you may be seeing. What I always do, I sometimes look them up. I used to look them up all the time, but that was before, when we're not really trusting ourselves, when it's still kind of fresh, it's still kind of new, we're not really sure, and then your ego gets in the way because it's like, I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to believe that that's a warning for me to tell me to not do this, or, we don't want to always hear that. So just tap in when you see certain synchronicities to what you feel, what comes to you in that moment. Even if it is uncomfortable, just know that it came to you in that way for a reason. So we just got to learn to open up a little bit more and pay attention to it without absorbing that negative energy that we feel like we, are getting from it at the time. So, all right, Spirit, let's see what's going on in love for Taurus for the month of April. Ooh, see how that popped up like that? Hangman, okay. Spirit, what else? The month of April for Taurus. Ooh. 6 of Swords. Let's get one more. Taurus. All signs, all placements. 3 of Cups. Let's get an overall message. Wow, the World. Well, this is pretty fucking clear. I'm getting 2 storylines here, okay? I feel like for some of you, and we have the 2 of Swords at the bottom with the High Priestess. Okay, so this is Spirit definitely indicating here that there's something you're not seeing. All right, and so it's going to be really important for you to follow your intuition about this. So this could apply to singles or couples. Okay, wherever this applies, take only what makes sense to you, what resonates truly. Okay, if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't feel like it's your story, please check it. Okay, but yeah, there's something you're not seeing. Okay, whether it's something you don't want to see or something that someone's trying to hide from you that they don't want you to see, trying to pull the wool over your eyes, it's important for you to follow your intuition at this time. Okay, because both these cards to me have similar messages as far as things being hidden. Okay, because the High Priestess also speaks to things that maybe someone won't tell you, and so you need to tap in to get the truth. Okay, so this is also a card of where either you're not seeing the truth because you don't want to, or someone is trying to purposely, intentionally hide the truth from you. So it's still important for you to follow your intuition and really to make the best decision. Okay, even if it's an uncomfortable one, it's still, you know, what's best for you at the end of the day, right? So starting here, we have the Hangman. So for some of you, you could be taking a step back from a situation, really evaluating it, really seeing, you know, based on where you are in life, based on, you know, maybe this rebirth energy that you come out of. I feel like for some of you, you're really taking a step back in a situation, be it whether it's someone you just started talking to or someone you've been with for some time. It's like, I feel like you may be, you could be coming out of this energy of feeling stuck for some of you, where it's finally like you're finally moving forward, things are finally getting easier. But this for some of you is because you're finally seeing things differently. You're seeing things from a higher perspective that's helping you see that, you know what, it's time for me to move on. I feel like for some of you, you're seeing things a little bit differently because you've gone through a rebirth. Okay, you've awakened to, you know, the realness of a connection, and it's like, you know what, I got options. I got options, and you know, it's time for me to move forward. It's time for me to leave the drama behind, leave the conflict behind, leave the mind games, the manipulation, whatever those things are, leave that shit behind. Okay, for some of you, that's just for some of you. For others of you, this is, I just got this, was this could be like love for yourself. Okay, because with that rebirth energy here, this is also an awakening energy as well. Okay, when we take a step back and we put ourselves in suspension like this, she did this on her own. You see how relaxed she is? She's trying to see things differently. She's trying to, you know, she has that inkling that's obviously telling her to take a step back. Let's see if we could see this in a different light, right? And Spirit's gifting you the opportunity. This is also speaks of a rite of passage, right? Taking just what you need and moving forward. Meaning that could be physically or metaphorically. Meaning that could be moving and taking only the bare essentials that you need. This could also be metaphorically speaking, as in just, you know, taking the meat of, you know, the situation or what it taught you and leaving the bones. Take the meat, leave the bones, right? So, you know, take that as it applies. And then we have the Three of Cups here. Okay, so Three of Cups speaks of, this could be easily reconciliation, but I'm not getting that energy here, honestly, because we have two cards of closing out, right? Moving on, closing out cycles, okay? And that could be, you know, that could apply to, you know, differently to each of you. But I feel like this is more so an energy of you seeing things, you're finally seeing something in a better light. You're finally seeing something maybe for what it is, or just seeing things in a way that just makes you feel you have better clarity about why it happened, and it's helping you move on. And now you're in this energy of celebration where now I can finally, you know, spend time with friends. I can now finally, you know, do things that I enjoy without worrying because I've closed out the cycle, right? You've closed the cycle and you completed it successfully. You finally did it. It's like I finally moved past it. I finally, you know, allowed myself to see what this was trying to teach me, what it was trying to show me, allowing me to finally move forward. And now I can celebrate closing out this cycle once and for all. Okay, for some of you, you're closing out cycles. The type of cycles some of you are closing are those of generational traumas, generational wounds, okay, that follow us, you know, years and years and generations until someone decides to take this stand right here and see things from a higher and better perspective. And you're doing that, Taurus. If you haven't done that, that's coming. And for those of you that are coming on the tail end of this, where this is what's happening, this is how it's playing out. So that's fucking awesome. This is a beautiful read, Taurus. I just want to say, I hope y'all are digging it. If you are, please give this video a like. Like it if you like my vibe. Sub to the channel if you haven't. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Loving friends. I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. My friends raise me up and hold me to the best that I can be. I am loved unconditionally and supported throughout my journey. I release old friendships which may be toxic and keeping me stagnant. Absolutely. And what did we just say here about moving on, right? Moving on, celebrating, you know, reconnecting to friends, reconnecting to family, you know, reconnecting to what matters to you, right? Subconscious mind. I realize that that subconscious beliefs or programs may be holding me back from my desires. For example, if I want money, I may have been told things growing up that I am subconsciously holding on to. So I go back to my past and release beliefs that no longer align, substituting them with ones that do. Absolutely. And that's what I feel like this rebirth process is here for some of you, Taurus, where as you're reflecting, you're finally realizing, like, I don't need to think like that anymore. I do have more options. I am abundant beyond measure. I get where if I came from a time where money was scarce and things were scarce, I don't need to hold on to that anymore because I'm so abundant. I can create anything that I want. So I can get rid of these old things that don't matter. I can get rid of these things that I've been holding on to for years because I thought that, you know, because my parents told me, because that's what I saw, right? I don't have to live like that anymore, right? That's that rebirth energy. So when we let go of those things, you're able to recreate, you know, a whole new paradigm shift that carries on through generations to come. That's beautiful. So we then have inspiration board. If I'm ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. Absolutely. So for those of you that haven't done this, this is highly recommended. Like, I used to downplay a lot of these little things. You know, they work if you let them work. They work as much as you put into them, right? If you just set it up and never look at it, of course it won't work, right? But if you set it up and actually take the time, even if it's 5 minutes, to just look at everything you put up there and just smile and in adoration and being proud, like, I created that board. You could look at it the same way. I created this life, right? It's the same thing. And that's the cool part about the mind, is that if you do it, you know, if you really take the time to try to believe what it is that you're telling yourself when you create your vision board, right? Your mind will actually believe it. Your mind doesn't know whether or not it's really happening. That just depends on how good you are with imagining and tapping into that, you know, attaching that feeling to what it is that you're trying to manifest. So I think that is a beautiful thing. So Taurus, this is what I have for you. I hope you got something from it. I hope you have messages from this reading that brought you some clarity. I really think it was a beautiful reading, so I hope you enjoyed it, listening to as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. So I love you guys so much. I appreciate you and your energy and being here. If you've even made it this far in the video, I really, really do. This is how, you know, it's watching them and actually liking the video, sharing it with others that you think may can use it, is really how the messages get to others who really need them, that really resonate if everything didn't hit with you. So like I said, please like the video if you liked it, sub if you haven't, and until next time, you guys, I'm outie.